We're about to head off across the Nullarbor and Xmas and meet Rick on the way and get the kids here in a second to say cheerio. Everybody's all excited. We're heading off. Tore him away from his computer game, his DS. There we go. Finally getting going. Is it clear at the top? It is. And there's Jack saying goodbye. And off goes Smoky Badoki.
Smoky.
There he goes.
No, there's spots on the ground.
Now, if we've got a big hole in the back seat like that, what have we left behind?
Just before he comes in.
Just before.
Wave.
Fish's birthday. That came.
What about Grandpa? What about Grandpa?
Grandpa.
Bye. Have a great time. Now we made it to Harden for a coffee. Photos of the Lyceum movie theatre and a couple of pubs. The truck just moved in there. Just buying some milk and then head off. We might make it to Nyngan tonight maybe. Rick might overnight in Bathurst and get some milk here. Might be a long trip at this rate. They just rolled an old MGTF into there. Very historic. Just coming into Young. Fantastic. Beautiful lighting in the afternoon. Had to turn around, it's a few minutes late now. Well, heading off from Lachlan View. Well, we met up with Rick and Pat at Nyngan within a minute of each other arriving there. Went to Coburn, drove last night till after 7, and here we are the next morning, Friday morning, and a nice little turnaround at the back of a lay-by, and they're in there having breakfast and sorting out how far we have to go, day 1, day 2, day 5, to get to Perth in time for this wedding. And we might have one more day or evening sharing their lovely van for dinner out of the rain, which it rained last night.
So, well, I've absolutely no faith in Bill's ability to pick the things that are good.
And here we are having breakfast.
I've absolutely no. Hello. Gillian.
And sorting out all the veggies and leftover
Putting
fruit
up the ratatouille with the
that we have
leftover
to
mushrooms.
discard the border up the road, because it's Broken Hill up the road.
Oh dear.
Well, we're not at Wilcannia yet, so we've got another few hours to Broken Hill. It's pill sorting time. There was a possum family of about, or 2 families of a dozen birds here this morning. And the budgies have just gone. We just come into the Talia Walker floodplain. This is the creek here, which we've never seen with water before. And it flows north here. Flows north on its own floodplain for 50 or 60 k up to the Darling. And the Darling flows back down again, so this water flows north, and sometimes it'll burst its banks and flow straight across the plain into the Darling and take a shortcut. I think it comes all the way down actually from Menindee, and the Menindee Lake's way down there. We're about 15 k from Wilcannia. Rick threw the fox into the river. Must have been a roadkill from this morning. There's the Tallywalker Creek. It flows all the way up past Wilcannia and rejoins the Darling. That's where we camped last night. Now we're just into the caravan park, which is closed at Wilcannia. I went around the road closed sign to get a photo. Caravan park's a bit flooded. Oh, and it's all a bit wet at Wilcannia. Maybe they'll reopen it. There's the high water mark. Well, the mighty darling came up halfway up the toilet block and showers. They're going to reopen in a couple of weeks. There's the water level above my head. And it's just soft enough to walk on. It just squelches softly and you don't sink in far. And the whoops are getting stuck. There's the Wilcannia Bridge. Oh, Murray cod or carp, not sure. Might be a bit pongy soon. They're just looking for the BP. There's a sign on the road in the town, BP, cheapest in town. That the rusty old corrugated iron sign had been there for 100 years. And everybody's driving down here around town looking for the BP. It'll be beautiful now down at Kinchega National Park. And all those campgrounds are probably got covered with a deep layer of new mud. It's lovely and sunny at Dollo Hill.
That one we just passed, you could stop there and walk to the top of the hill.
It's just past Dollo Hill, which is some kilometres west of Wilcannia. It's looking lovely and green and lush, I think, from the last time we were here. It's going up this fairly lush hill. What I came to see, all nice and green. There it is. Now, it was all dust storms. In fact, this is when the dust storms were gathering to dust all over Canberra, remember?
At 1064 again. Where we were a couple of years ago. We'll have lunch and have a swing on the swing near the lay van. Alright, we're just leaving Broken Hill, heading off down to Manor Bloody Hill and Peterborough and Port Augusta, 411k. Well, we're just at a nice sunny spot, and Rick and Pat are back there in Broken Hill. We have the ubiquitous windmill photograph where the sun over to the right and it's just starting to spit rain, and it's 30k down the road to Coburn. I'll get another shot there
God, I've only got scratches on the windscreen. It's just so green, and this was all mobile dust last time we came through. Yeah, prime grazing ground. Sunshine, clouds, and we're hoping we get through the weather and it stays nice then to the other side.
Well, we'll squeeze in a hot cross bun, and that's the end of the day. Now we'll do a night drive down to Peterborough. Peterborough, an hour ago. This is good. Last
It's all nice.
It's an hour and a few minutes from Peterborough. Another drive up through Horrocks Pass. I found a nice spot for lunch at the Rotary Park, Port Augusta. There's a power station across the Gulf near Port Augusta. Really need a sheltered spot. Now we're at Ceduna. Just been talking to the 75-year-old guy who's ridden across from Carnarvon on his Cannondale. And we're just going to have a look at the jetty. He's trying to encourage old people to ride their bikes. And there's the jetty at Ceduna that we got a photo of Glenn and Mad Dog walking along the old railway tracks there. But now we've got to keep going to this wedding. We're doing about 15 litres a 100. Did 550k last night. See if we can do another 500 today. The cargo train just coming into Ceduna. Carrying, what's he carrying? Coal? He wouldn't be.
No,
Coming to get
grain.
wheat. Must be going to load up with grain.
Mainly wheat, I would think.
Lovely day today. Well, there's Nullarbor, and it's 5:10. And the photo that everybody takes of Scrubby. There's Sid and somebody else, his wife. Grey Nomad 101, Grey Nomad 102 DVDs. They're selling, they're on their way over to the show at Sydney. Sitting here on the Nullarbor cliffs, on the moon coming up. Oh, we had crummy fish and and chips last night at Border Village, 8 o'clock. The inspector at the quarantine station dismounted the trailer. Wanted to look into all the boxes. We camped here halfway to Mundarilla. The sun's just gone in. It was fantastic 2 minutes ago. So we'll have to try again later. And it blew a gale all night. These are the Mundarilla water tanks, several K west of Mundarilla Roadhouse. Just thought I'd take a shot to show Betty what a new water tanks are like, not like when she came across. Madura, $2 a litre for. Just had a chat with the couple who are riding from port to port, Port Fremantle to Port Macquarie where they live, and he works in Kendal. They're raising funds for Beyond Blue. And meanwhile, there's the loo. Watch out for snakes. Now we're going to head off from Madura. All the salt bush and blue bushes, green grass. This is looking along the escarpment above Madura and along the Burnaby track, which follows along there to the observatory, which will go 1 year. I plan to do this year, but unfortunately we're a bit more rushed. Down there is Madura 6 Mile Cave, where we drove the VW into the cave down there somewhere, and that's back down to the old pub. This is the new road up.
Left Madura 15 minutes ago, so this is several K west of Madura. Looking greener than we've ever seen it before, I think. It's very healthy green, not just a sort of flash in the pan green, but an established green.
Eating lunch under the Moonara tank. Moonara tank, 8k further down is the Moonara cave, which we remember fondly.
So we found the second one as well. So he's just going to have his sandwich. It's very much easier without the flies in your mouth, and the flies in your nose, and the flies in your eyes, the flies in your... Hey, no, don't do that. You get all sticky. Oh.
A lot of old cars coming across the Nullarbor this trip. Just been listening to the ABC about Balladonia. Everything's lovely and green. There's the old highway. Just taking a shot. That's the old road there. to Dave Lowry. We used to drive along here a few times. That's the new one. All the borrow pits are filled in. It's taken 45 years. Oh, there's an easterly coming in. It's starting to rain cold at Balladonia. Well, this is Fraser Range at last. We managed to camp at Fraser Range camp spot. Excellent conditions with a salt lake, and it rained all night. It's actually on the edges of Southern Hills Station. I'll take a photo of that. Take a photo of that now with this lovely letterbox. We had our coffee, now we've got to pack up in the rain. Head off to Norseman. Just had lunch past Widjamultha, and there's someone's handiwork like on the letterbox I photographed. We left Southern Cross 20k away. Just been watching the old pipeline crumble away here. You know, bolts and etc. to redo all the mounts. It's amazing. 100 years old or more.
Well, we're starting on the third year of this
Salmon gums and pipeline between Southern Cross and Merritt. Salmon gums a minute ago. Silos from the Dallin across the way. Just leaving Cunderton on the west side, and these amazing flowers, don't know what they are. And then on the other side of the water pipelines going through, heading towards Meckering. Mighty Baker's Hill, much bigger place than it was when we came through and got picked up for speeding. Don't go too fast, dear. You know, there's Baker's Hill pie shop. Wow. No, we just said we haven't been through here since '79. Around Northern. Practically no rain this year, so the thing's looking very prosperous. Looks awfully like Canberra did in 1983 before the drought broke.
Well, we got to Terry and Helen's last night, just at sunset, 6 o'clock, same sort of time and lovely sunset as last time. And we dashed the 50 or 60k down across Perth, south to the Canning River, and we backed in Smoky's first bit of garage, backed him into their workshop, and Joe and Linton had just gone off to start decorating wedding tables. And we had a tour around last night of Linton's workshop. So he might give us another tour a little bit later. We had a tour of all these lovely collection of radio bits and speakers. Last time we saw this, he was still painting these cupboards up here and sanding and mounting them, and now he's finished them and loaded everything up. There's a spot for everything. It's a real men's shed, Graham. This is a shed. A tool for everything. Well, we'll go to have breakfast and catch them up and do some ironing of plate. Well, there goes the groom, James. We're at Mounts Bay Sailing Club on the shores of the Swan River in Perth. In case it's not brilliantly sunny on Saturday, we'll get a sunny shot here of the skyline around from where I got bogged in the sand dune. It's 1965 or so down there. I got stuck while going to meet Mary and have dinner.